it was my birthday yesterday, so please like and subscribe. Come on. I had about 800 views yesterday on the last couple of days on that last video, and got a few subscribers out of it. I was a bit excited. So as soon as my birthday, the least you can do is just subscribe. You can always unsubscribe later. But who does that? Who does that? I don't know who does that. Who unsubscribes? I think what it is, when I first started this channel, I didn't really have any direction, as I still really am quite rudderless. But I started off with an around Australia trip, and I think a lot of people were really keen on that. And now they realise I'm basically just an alco in Thailand talking about shit every day. They're a little bit, where's his cool camper van in outback Queensland gone? But anyway, I'm back on the beers. Did I say that in the last video? I think I did. I was gluten-free, having all sorts of problems with gluten for the last few months. So I had to get off the gluten, and I did. I was absolutely off it. God's good to be back. And then I thought, well, it's coming up to your birthday, and I thought, well, I'm over here, and it's bloody hot, and it's my birthday. I thought, I'm just going to try a sip of beer and see what happens. It's been a few months. So I had a sip, and nothing happened for about half an hour. I thought, I'm going to drink the rest of that can. It was only a little wee one like this, so it wasn't too bad, 300 ml or something. So I drank that, and then, look, I'm honest, next morning I shat my back out. It was pretty average. If that hasn't put you off and you're a new viewer, you might as well stick around, like and subscribe, because it only gets worse. And, yeah, but I thought, oh, well, that's fine. I can get past that. It's coming up to my birthday. So now today, as in the day before yesterday, I thought, right, so today I'm going to have 2 cans, a big can and a little can, and see what happens. And the next day, no big problems. A few little stomach pains here and there, no dramas at all. It was all good. So I thought, that's a ripper. So yesterday, I hit it hard. And the good thing is, if you hit it so hard, you're not sure what's actually caused all your problems the next day. You're assuming it could have been anything. So that was the mentality behind that one. Now, I didn't get on here to talk about that, but I am back, and so Singha, if you want to sponsor my channel, I have a massive reach of 654 subscribers, and they're all keen as to know which beer to buy, and I highly recommend Singha by the Singha Corporation, Bangkok. A little bit's been going on here. We've had some storms. It's raining season, so it says you don't mind a bit of a storm in the afternoon because, the temperature drops right down, and she's a beauty. It's really good. But Jesus Christ, we're having a party last night for my birthday, in case I didn't tell you it was my birthday. Like and subscribe. And we're all just sort of outside under the house, not under the house like Australian under the house, like under the house like they do in Thailand sort of thing. And we're all there, we're having a few beers, and the music's playing and all this shit. Well, this storm came through, and I shit you not, it is, maybe because it was dark, it made it worse, but I am still very, very sure it was the worst storm I've ever been in. So the rain was coming absolutely sideways. The wind must have been hitting 100 k's an hour. Like, shit was just flying everywhere. I was in a cyclone not long ago, for those viewers of my channel, they'll know. And my loyal brother, who always watches and likes and subscribes and shares, he would know as well. We were in a cyclone, and I was a bit disappointed with the cyclone. I was really hoping to sort of step it up a few notches. Well, this shit had shit flying everywhere. The next door neighbour lost the cowshed roof. That was gone. There's a house down the end of the street. All that roof's gone. See you later. So that was a bit scary. But here's the thing, right? Here's the difference. So we think Thailand, especially rural Thailand, a bit backward, a bit 1970s still. Well, the government were out this morning assessing the damages and giving people money to fix it. This morning. No phone calls. House to house. Yep, that's damage from the storm. Yep, here's some money, here's some money, here's some money. Don't tell me they're backwards here, mate. Friggin' in Australia, you'd have to sit on the phone for an hour and a half to your insurance company. Then they'd send an assessor out maybe 2 days later if you're lucky, and that's only if there's rain pissing in your roof. And then all they'd authorise is probably a temporary tarp while they try and make up a reason not to give you money. Anyway, so that was pretty good. So the party got cut short, let's say, because I also had to turn the music off. They've got this real superstition here about being on your phone whilst it's raining. And whilst I tried to explain to them that the music I was playing was downloaded onto my phone to the Bluetooth speaker, they were terrified that the Lord above would strike us down with lightning. So I had to turn the music off as well. But that's all right. We all sat around and chatted we yelled. We yelled a lot because it was very, very, very loud. But, yeah, got up this morning and here's a quick look here. This usually sits up in the air and stuff. It's all stuffed here. But we dodged most of the problems. So we did really well. Hello. There we go. Just make sure I still look good. How do I look? Look good. That's good. Yeah, so that's good. Anyway, but that was yesterday, yeah, and so I'm back on the beers. I'm pretty happy with that. Back on the beers. Whew. Still got a bit of stomach pain. But what I might do is, for all you coeliacs watching, or me watching this video back, I might start a separate medical advice channel, because I'm an expert on how to beat celiac disease, clearly. Yeah, we just got to push through. Push through. Easy. Yep. Luckily, my son doesn't watch this. He's celiac too, and clearly I'm to blame for that. So he's probably got endless shits with me that he's got to go through this. But he's just got to push through. A few singers, he'd be right. No worries. No worries at all. So what else? I haven't really got a lot else to tell you, to be honest. We've just been I've been working, because when I come over here, I still work. I can't just afford to come and do nothing. So I work all day, and I bought a little aircon for my room upstairs, which doesn't do anything at all because there's zero insulation in this house. It is absolute oven upstairs. But anyway, that was good. I've got that. And so I sit up there all day at work, and then I come down here and I have a few beers and go for a walk, take the kids for a walk around the block, beat dogs off with a stick. Oh, there's another story for you. This is a ripper. This is a good one. I'm glad you hung around this long. For those that did, here's your reward. So we've got a few Thai dogs here that obviously they just breed. But we've got a few that live at the house. But we've got a real issue with them where they've had a new puppy as well. I mean, the puppy's decent size now. But they attack people on motorbikes going past. Did I say this the other day? Don't know, because I was drunk. I can't remember. But I'll tell it again, because it's a great story. It gets better. It's really funny. So I said to the missus, well, we can't have them biting a person, because the law in Thailand is if your dog bites someone and they're going past, you're liable. And can you imagine if they know a farang lives at the house? They'll be like faking an accident, falling off the bike, breaking their neck. The bike would have been brand new before they crashed it, all that sort of shit. It would be a disaster for us. And the family won't be paying that. I know who'll be paying it if something happens. So I said, well, we've got to fix these freaking dogs. So what I did is I brought over those genius little inventions, which I don't condone electrocuting dogs. But when you got dogs this determined to attack people riding past on motorbikes, I said, you get these little zappy collar things with one of these little babies, and you set it, and you got the little, I won't press the button, because I just don't want to light up the dogs. But you got a beep, beep, which they go, what the hell's that? And then you got the little drrr, and it just shakes, and that freaks them out as well. And then if all else fails, you've got what I like to call the pinball button, because they light up like a freaking pinball machine when you hit them. And you can adjust the thing on it. So I'm not just maniac. I actually really love dogs, and I don't like hurting them, but I don't want them to do this. So I said, we'll fix this real quick. Well, it's freaking hilarious. These, again, the Thais just think I'm full of shit. They're probably right. But anyway, I said, right, I'm bringing these collars over. Chucked them on the two dogs that are the main culprits and have to rotate through the pack. They're the two main culprits the other day. Off they went. Bike goes past. And I just went straight to pinball mode. I thought, fuck it. No beeping, no shaking. These dogs were on the way to attack someone. So I just went, beep. And the dog, he looked like, what he looked like? You know that footage of a dog where you throw a ball right up in the air in like a slow motion footage where the dog goes right up and grabs the ball and flips over and lands? There was no ball involved. There was just pinball involved. And that dog, jeepers, hit the ground and just ran off. Came straight back to our feet. Person on bike, safe. The neighbour's dog, who have also let me put this second collar on the dog, is the big shit-causing dog that's caused all these dramas. He taught our dogs to be bad dog. Well, this dog, Cow, we gave him a couple as well, and jeepers, the noise he made. I realised I might have had it set a little bit high for that dog because he's a lot bigger. So when I could smell smoke, I thought, no, I'm joking, I couldn't smell smoke. I could just see it. No, I was joking. So anyway, he as well ran straight home and left the dude alone. Didn't see him for ages. And I tell you what, the last 2 days around here has been a little bit like, for those that have seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, you know, Jack Nicholson and the big Indian dude, they give him a bit of and then they're like that for a few days. That's what the dogs are like. Post, zap, Jack Nicholson. That's how they're behaving. Nipper, who's one of the other dog, not the next door neighbour dog, he's hardly left the house. He's just, he don't want to go anywhere or do anything anymore, right? I know why I'm laughing. It's because it's funny. To be honest, if she's already a little bit funny. And the dog next door, he still comes over to visit, but he's not keen to chase motorbikes anymore. So we've rotated the collars. Now got on the little puppy, so I had to back the power right down for the little puppy. I didn't want to be, I didn't want like a explosion of fur and shit everywhere. So I just tried it before. One zap, boom, and he went, and just like, what was that? And pulled up and stopped and looked around and just came straight back to the house. 3 motorbikes have gone past since, not one attack. The tyres, they laughed their asses off. Way too much, to be honest. They thought it was really funny. But I think they think I'm pretty smart now. So I said to them, once we've rotated through the dogs, if my kids don't start behaving themselves, I'm going to put them on the kids. They didn't laugh at that, but I thought it was pretty funny. Anyway. Yeah, so these things work. So I don't see why I couldn't use my kids. The sort of kid-sized collars. Anyway. All right, on that note, I've probably rabbited on way too long. It's been 11 minutes and counting. I just wanted to get on and say hello. It's been a couple of days. I really, 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 really appreciate that people do like. And I love the comments. Thank you so much. Got a few regulars there. Always say g'day. It makes me feel good, makes me feel famous. And Singha notice, that sort of stuff, so it's important. Maybe a few comments you could say, wow, if Singha sponsored him, I'd probably drink Singha all the time. Think about it. All right, well, I'm going to have to go because you might hear the thunder rolling in again. There's going to be another storm, and these guys will be shitting bricks that I'm on the phone, so I better go. All right, love to speak to you, and how's my hair? It's all right, it's not bad. All right, cheers, guys. Bye.